guys, time for another hot seat, and this one is for Steve. And Steve asked me to look at his group. This right here is Steve's group, Intellectual Property Strategies. So this is fascinating to me because I like, or I'm concerned with, I follow intellectual property laws, and I like following any changes with that and like protecting it because I'm a blog writer, I'm a author, I write courses. That's something that's like my bread and butter. Okay, so knowing that, I'm seeing a couple things. One, this is the page that's attached to the group. I don't know if Steve knows this yet, but there's a really nifty tactic that we have right now where we can invite people that like our page to like our group. And right now you have more people on your page and you have a small number of people and more people following it. So my guess is these people, the majority of them know you. That's the case, then you should invite them to like your group. And if you don't know how to do that, shout out in the free Facebook group and we'll tell you how. Next tip for you is I'm going through this right now and I'm seeing that we're having a lot of maybe off-topic conversations. Sorry, excuse me there. Several off-topic conversations. You're going to want to make sure that your content, everyone knows what they're coming to your group to get. And if they're not coming to your group to get cupcakes, then you probably need to not talk about cupcakes. So instead, think about the things that are those pain points that your audience faces. So I would post in this group, who here is worried about, and then an intellectual property issue, or do a poll. There's a bunch of different tactics that I would do instead of going straight to the non-related content. Next up for you is I'm seeing a lot of photo posts. So here's a photo post, here's a photo post, here's a photo post. Facebook is in groups and Facebook in pages are very similar. They both want to have a variety of content. And just like on pages, we want our content to be inside of our niche. We also want the same thing in the content in our group. So I would mix it up by adding some video in there and adding some non-link, non-photo posts. So you want to have videos, photos, links, and then status updates. Those are the four main types of posts, but there's others in addition. Next tip would be the name. The strategies is it's okay, but it doesn't have as much of a zing. When I'm looking up intellectual property, what would I type into a search bar? That's going to give you a closer idea of what to name your page and your group. And then in addition to that, at the top of your Facebook page, you've got a lot of words. So I want you to zero in. If you could say what your audience needs to know in 3 to 5 words, put those at the top, make them the biggest ones, 3 to 5 words long, and then after that, add the more additional content. So another thing I'm noticing as I'm looking through your content, through the people that are engaging on your page, is that the majority of them are older people in business. So that's something for you to know. How can you speak to your business owners that are older? So there's probably other demographic issues or demographic hot topics that you can begin to add to kind of broaden and add some depth to your content. Notice I sometimes talk about being a mom. Why? Because I'm attracting moms to my audience. So for you, I see that you're attracting an audience that's older and entrepreneurial. So and small business owners, I would consider adding some how do you retire as a small business owner or older content into content that's more applicable also to the older demographic because they're your loyal fans and they're here. So they will, as they engage, bring on other friends and other fans to your content. Okay, hopefully, Steve, that gave you some great ideas to get you started, and I'll talk to you later.